You know, I remember I made a movie years ago called The Inkeepers, and it did very well in Mexico. And that's when I learned that there's a big supernatural appeal down there. But, you know, I think when I made that movie, we shot it in a hotel that was supposed to be haunted. And I've not had many experiences, nor do I necessarily believe too much in ghosts. But that's as close as I've come, because that hotel was allegedly very haunted. And a lot of weird things happened when we were filming the movie. And nothing, like I never saw a ghost, but doors would open and close, and the phone would ring and no one would be there. And everyone who worked there was convinced it was haunted. And so it's as close as I've ever come.
¿Cómo ven lo que nos contó el cineasta estadounidense Ty West? Quien, por cierto, está celebrando el lanzamiento de su nueva joya cinematográfica.
Maxxxine fucking Minx. You're a fucking movie star.
Ty hace que en Maxxxine, última entrega del universo de X y Pearl, converjan el terror, la sangre, los sueños de su protagonista, y también hace una crítica a la industria de Hollywood sin dejar de hablar del contexto de la época.
Tragically, another victim of the Night Stalker.
You know, Hollywood is one of the most glamorous places in the world, but it's also kind of a scary, sleazy, dark place at the same time. One thing that's cool about the horror genre is that there's not a lot of rules or boundaries to what the movie could be. It could be a very realistic representation of life, or it could be a very sort of dreamlike, surrealist representation. And people who like horror movies are kind of down, they're game for both of that, you know. And other genres don't offer as much diversity in sort of the visual storytelling as horror does. And so that, for me, is exciting because it can be kind of experimental. And as someone who just loves cinema, it's more opportunity for me to kind of experiment and for me to, express myself creatively than it would be in just recreating like a realistic story all the time.
What are you hiding, Maxxxine?
La historia protagonizada y coproducida por Mía Goth definitivamente toca muchas fibras, que es justo lo que quería el director.
What'd you do?
I think, movies and art can be very inspiring and very exciting, and they can also make people very upset, you know. And so I think being able to see both sides of it is it's like a fair way to look at it, but I also think it's an interesting way to look at it, because the people that are obsessed with, say, movies or art or something in culture that is controversial, it's interesting to know why they feel that way. And then the people who are upset about it, it's interesting to know why they feel that way as well. So then to set a story in the midst of all of that, just I think is an interesting environment, and it's a high stakes environment for a character to go through.
Cuéntanos si tú ya viste Maxxxine, cuántos quesillos le pones a esta recomendación que da miedo, y nos vemos la próxima.
Sorry, we've all got blood on our hands now.